It's the 27th of March, 2020, and that can mean one thing and one thing only, that it is time for just like every other day of the year, let's start again, just like every weekday, because we've updated the schedule to be weekdays because we're already losing our minds. Just like every weekday that ever has been and ever will be, it's time for today's whatever this is called. It's the quiz with me, your host, Edward C. Lewis, and of course the one and only WNL, aka Dub N. Lee, aka Walter Neil Lewis, the quiz master, the hostess with the most est. Hello everybody, how are you all doing? Hello WNL, how are you today?
Hey, I'm fine. It's absolutely beautiful out there.
It is.
And I've done my chores already.
It is, isn't it? Yes, we've just started streaming, so I'm going to wait till a few people trundle on in, but if you are in the chat, do say hello. I have dressed up because it is Friday, so I thought I would wear a sort of very sort of quiz mastery kind of shirt with a low-cut action going on. A little bit of raunchy, naughty low-cut action. I don't know if you can see it, but I thought I would maybe just inspire a sort of kind of even extra sort of Latin Miami Vice style feel to proceedings. How do you feel about it?
I was just going to say it does look rather Miami Vice-ish. Yes.
Thank you. Great. Appreciate it. Afternoon, Ed and his Ed's dad, says Mike J. Moran. Molan Reich says, hello, Ed. And Kirov says 07, which I believe is a little salute. Did you know that? That little 07 in the chat means a little salute. Shannara says, it's Friday. Ed is going to do a toilet paper review rather than Biscuit's review. Now, let me tell you a little bit about toilet paper. WhoGivesACrap.com, which, by the way, even outside of whatever may be happening in this world, I'm just going to tell you about WhoGivesACrap.com because I like it anyway. Nothing to do with the fact that we've been sponsored by Who Gives a Crap. Imagine if we were sponsored by WhoGivesACrap.com. We aren't sponsored by WhoGivesACrap.com, but they're very good for the environment, and they send you like 50 rolls. So like, get on the waiting list right now because that stuff is really, really, really good. And they send you funny messages like, sorry, we're all wiped out right now. All wiped out of toilet paper. Anyway, WNL, how are you today?
It's absolutely beautiful outside, and although a little bit more sort of brisk temperature-wise, but yeah. Good things going on this afternoon, I think, for a bit of gardening.
That's nice. What's you got any gardening tips? Is that what people come here for? Gardening tips?
Gardening tips. Have the right tools, and I have very few. But
it's very rude of you to talk about me like that.
It's like when I like making sandcastles, and when I'm making sandcastles, it's all about using only what I find on the beach. So I can use a stick, a shell to scoop with, and all that. But otherwise, it has to just be your hands. In gardening, it's a little bit different, I think. Occasionally, you need a spade.
Okay, great. And have you got one of those?
Two. One that's sort of split up through the middle, and I'm waiting to see when the other end sort of ends up split as well. But one that's still serviceable.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
And I have a couple cheeky robins. They come and they sort of sit about a foot away saying, can't you hurry up a little bit so we can get some worms out of there?
That's amazing. That's the cheeky little robins. Cheeky little robins. All right, great. So hello, Revian. hello, Thomas Sorensen, by the way. Can a temperature be brisk? I thought brisk was a speed, says Thomas Sorensen. Is that right? I don't know. I don't think that English is his first language, but...
I'm American, you have to excuse me, yes.
Yeah, fair enough. Cosmogrog says, spades and robins are the best. Millstone Bard says, hello all. Jester D says, happy Friday all. Aries219 says, what do you think about Boris being positive to the coronavirus? I couldn't possibly comment on that during this show. Saffron says, hey, you amazing friends. Revian says, 07. Afternoon, Ed's dad and chat. Sent from Spoonfed Badger. Guess what? All of the best ones are here. And we have Osric42 as well. I love robins. I have a pair who have just raised a young one as soon as I put some suet pallets on the floor while I'm topping up the feeders, and they come out and eat it right next to my feet. That's quite cute, isn't it? And this is the kind of... Yeah, brisk wind. That's a normal thing. This is the kind of updates that we want from people in the chat. These sorts of lovely, pleasant things. And yeah, awesome stuff. So it is really cool to see everybody here. Thank you very much. We have more than 30 people here already, so let's I suppose get on with it. Like, why don't we talk about what this is and why we're here and why we come here every single weekday? If it's always been what I've been saying the entire time. Every weekday. It's always been every weekday.
Every weekday. Well, I mean, if we give everybody a chance to create normalcy at the weekends, that's good. And then they can write those poems we talked about the other day.
You can do some homework for the show.
And do homework. Bone up on the categories and things like that, and get ready, and then be raring to go on Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. Satsuna Ceres asks, why is Sweden the most superior of the Nordic countries? And I'm not sure why she's making that comment, but I think it's likely because she's from Sweden. But that isn't one of today's quiz questions. So anyway, as you were saying, set us up. What's the plan for the next sort of 20 minutes? What are we getting up to?
Well, what we're going to do is have a quiz, of course, and turn this off if you've already heard all this. But basically, we're having a 10-question quiz in which you're pitting your wits against Edward's. Okay. Quite simply, I will ask the question. Edward will not have reference to the chat stream. So you chatters, I'll see your answers. He won't. I'll look at the first three. Primarily, I'll look at them all, but I look at the first three, and if I have consensus, that's your answer. Mm-hmm. If I don't have consensus, three different answers, then, well, the first one gets preferential treatment and becomes your answer, okay? As soon as I have your answer, I'll ask Edward for his answer, and then we'll compare and see how the scores rocket up the charts as we find out who today's winning quizzer is.
This guy! I put on my victory winner's attitude today and my go-getting weekend feeling vibes and a low-cut shirt just to cause a little bit of distraction in the chat. I'm trying to distract people by wearing a low-cut outfit so then people will look at my cleavage. Please do not report this live stream for having too much flesh on show, because... I get it. I understand that this is quite distracting, but it's all a ploy so then I do better than you in the quiz today. Because so far, we've done 3 quizzes so far, and I have lost all 3 of those. Or you could say that I haven't won one of them.
Yesterday was actually close. You only lost by 2. It was 6 points to 4. A valiant effort on both parts.
So, Edelweiss says, Ed, we need some chest hair. Can you not see my one single chest hair that I have here? This is where all in my entire body. This is oversharing. Hello, welcome to Friday's Overshare with Edward Lewis. This is the hair, and then everywhere else, bald.
Edward, it's genetic. It's genetic. I was 56 when I had my first chest hair.
Is this true?
Yeah.
And now you're like a Wookiee.
But
yeah,
it's true. I was about 56.
Yeah, WNL. Too much information, says Edelweiss. This is great. We did just lose about 15 people were watching though until when we started talking about the low cut top. So we probably should move on, and I should probably stop looking at those numbers because I don't care. Right,
time for the quiz.
Time for the quiz. Good idea.
The quiz today. Well, the round today, because we're still in the deciding phase.
Yeah.
It's all over the show. It's anything I feel like asking. Mm-hmm. This and that, whatever. Okay. So 10 questions. No stream other than what came out of my head and onto the paper.
Great. Good.
Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Okay. Question number 1.
Oh, I've got to minimize the chat, so I won't be able to see what the chat is saying.
You minimize the chat. You can't see. They can. I can see. They can't. Yes.
So everybody, good luck. Everybody be good to each other, and give each other a little. No, I was going to say a digital shoulder tap. like you're doing a good job, pal. Like, even if people get the answers wrong, we want wholehearted positivity today.
Wholehearted positivity and honesty. No Googling, no messing about with other devices. It has to be this device, your brain, okay? Here we go. Question number 1.
By the way, can I just... Okay, no, carry on. You go. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Let's stop rambling.
The tagline for which 2010 film was, "You don't get to 500 million friends without making a few enemies." The tagline for which 2010 film was, "You don't get to 500 million friends without making a few enemies."
I do look a bit like a 70s crooner, don't I?
I have their answer.
Written and directed by Aaron Sorkin, scored by Trent Reznor, and of course acted and starring... oh no, I can't believe I've forgotten his name, because that's really irritating, because I would have had the full hit there. It's of course The Social Network.
The Social Network is absolutely correct, yes.
What's his name again, though? What's his name? No, I'll remember it. I like the guy as well. He's great. He's also in The Double.
Very much liked by the chatters as well. And the score is now 1 apiece.
Gotta love that Trent Reznor score. Gotta love it. It's a good film. It's one of those films where you think it probably shouldn't be a good film, and it's actually one of the best films of the 2010s. Like, I genuinely think it is. I think it was 2010, in fact. Anyway,
it was 2000. It was one of those. It was one of those films I thought, I have to watch this. I'm not sure if it will be any good. It could just be a response, Anyway, but you're right. I enjoyed it.
That Sorkin dialogue though is just so like bam, snappy, 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 back and forths. Great times.
Yeah. Question number 2. Are you ready? Speaking of dialogue, on July the 20th, 1969, who said, "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind"? On July 20th, 1969, who said, "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind"?
See, you've brought out the easy quiz today. See, you've brought out the easy ones.
Easing you in, possibly. I have their answer.
Okay. We have, of course, we're talking about Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong is absolutely correct. And the chat stream, yeah, it's 2 apiece.
Can I ask you... Go on. What?
You know where he's from?
Ohio, from where you're from, right?
He's from Ohio, yes. A little town about 40 miles north of where I'm from called Wapakoneta.
Again, I only know that from watching what's the word I'm looking for? The latest Armstrong movie, and also because you go on about it because he's from where you're from and you're called Neil and you like that?
And I'm like that. I'm like that.
No, you like that.
Oh, yeah.
He's nothing like you. I'm sorry to do that. I'm sorry to break your heart here a little bit, but you are not anything like Neil Armstrong.
I've not seen the film. And I've actually driven past the little tiny moon museum that he has in Wapakoneta. Most of the things, you can see a lot of interesting artifacts at Dayton, which is 17 miles south of where I lived over there at the Air Force Museum. Anyway, quite an aeronautical state. Everybody trying to fly and get away from it.
Get away from Ohio.
That was a standard joke.
Do you remember the moon landing? Do you remember that? How old were you with the moon landing?
I was 6 years old. Wow. No, I was a lot older than that. The moon landing, 69. I was 16.
Wow. And can you remember sitting around the TV and just being all like, whoa.
And watching them hop up and down, yes.
Yeah.
And everyone really coming up with conspiracy theories, how it didn't actually happen. And
were they doing that at the time?
Do that with conspiracy theories usually start just before the conspiracy.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that. I thought this was something that came in like the most recent years, like the last 10 years, where people were like,
Oh no.
Oh, no, it didn't really happen. You know that? No. Okay, so it's all like, even on the day, people were like, nope. People were watching this groundbreaking moment on TV, and they were turning to each other. It turns out that social media and Twitter, and the way that people are, it's always been the case. It's just that social media and Twitter has allowed more people to express their idiotic views. Anyway, moving quickly on. People have always been idiots, but now people can have more space to be idiotic in front of others, like this right now. Like this live stream.
Be at the top of your ability to write it out on social media. Yes,
you may as well.
That's it.
You may as well.
Yeah.
The space exists there. You have to fill it with something, right? Because not posting something would be a terrible idea.
We love filling spaces with whatever. Yeah.
Everyone wants to know everyone else's opinion. That's all I'm saying. So let's just fill the internet with it. And that's what the Twitter guy said when he made Twitter. And that's what the social media film is all about too.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, we could change the name of this from the quiz to filling spaces.
Filling unnecessarily filling a silence.
Space.
Yeah, which is actually the name of my biography as well. Unnecessarily filling silences. Okay, next question, please.
Question number 3. Okay, question number 3. A bit of a multiple guess. I'm going to give you the correct answer, as well as 2 incorrect answers. You have to just decide which and write it down. No looking it up, just get it down there. According to figures released as recently as the 3rd of December, 2019, what is the most common surname in the UK?
Ooh.
Is it Jones, Smith, or Patel?
Oh.
Figures released recently as 3rd of December 2019. The most common surname in the UK. Is it Jones, Smith, or Patel?
My immediate feeling, I'm going to go with my immediate gut feeling, which is I had it in my head before. It's a standard one, but it's got to be Smith, right?
It's got to be Smith, you say, and it is Smith. Yeah, well,
it's got to be Smith.
Okay. And, yes. Again, the chat stream, Smith in there, they knew that as well. 3-3. What a poised quiz today. Question number 4. We need some differential here. Number 4.
This is it. I'm so stoked to win this one.
Simple 50-50. Yep. Question number 4 is simple 50-50, okay? So listen very carefully. I'd like to know which on average is saltier, your blood or seawater? Which on average is saltier, your blood or seawater?
That's a good question. This is a good quiz. I've been a bit cynical today. I'm sorry for this because I'm usually the shining beacon of positivity.
I have their answer.
But this is a good quiz. Well done. Well done, you.
When in doubt, flip a coin, you'll have an answer if you don't know, yes.
I think...
I have theirs.
I'm going to say the C. It doesn't seem right that my blood is full of salt.
The C. Well, 3.5% to 0.9%, it is seawater, yes, you're correct. Okay. As were the chatters. It's 4 apiece.
This is feeling really good. If I win this, I don't know even.
Not halfway there yet. We're not halfway there yet.
I don't know.
Question number 5. In rhyming slang, which body part is referred to as Hampsteads? In rhyming slang, which body part is referred to as Hampsteads? As in Hampstead.
Yeah. Get that bit. Genuinely want to get this right.
I have their answer, yes.
Right, so Hampstead Heath, right? So it's got to rhyme with Heath, but... Teeth. Your Hampsteads, your teeth.
Teeth is correct. Well done.
Oh.
And at the halfway stage, it is 5 points apiece. I don't think we've ever had perfection.
5 points apiece.
5 points apiece. A peach. It's a peach of a quiz, yeah.
It is a peach of a quiz. 5 points apiece.
5 points play 5 points at the halfway stage.
I can't believe
I'm getting palpitations, but maybe that's just because I haven't had my medicine yet today. Question number 6.
You want to get that checked out.
Number 6, listen very carefully. Why was Donald Trump laughed at when he congratulated the Kansas City Chiefs for winning the Super Bowl and representing their great state of Kansas? Why was Donald Trump laughed at when he congratulated the Kansas City Chiefs for winning the Super Bowl and representing their great state of Kansas?
This is a hard question. And I can only assume it's because, well, I won't say anything yet, but...
I have their answer.
Is it because they lost?
No. No, it is not because they lost. They actually did win, and it was quite a good game. Stayed up very late or very early to watch it with a few friends, with all the curtains closed and things like that, and muted hoops and hollers. The actual answer is, of course, that Kansas City isn't in Kansas. It's in Missouri.
Did he get that wrong?
Kansas City, but it's Missouri. And he was congratulating them with their great state of Kansas, and everybody was laughing because, well, they're not in Kansas.
And he
We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
That was going to be my second answer, and I'm assuming that they got this right, and that makes me sad.
They got it correct. Yes, they did. Yes. Kansas City ain't in Kansas, as they said. Yeah. Okay, you're
not making a comment here, but I get the impression that the American president should probably know that.
Yes. Yeah.
Just saying. I'm not making any comment. I mean, I got it wrong, but I'm not the American president. I'm not the world leader representing all of their states. If I was, I would know the names of those states and the cities that are within them. Just a suggestion.
At some point, we'll have to conjecture on the four people we would have with us to make a team of quizzers from public from politicians. But I don't think Donald would be in my top five either.
Top five. I'd go for like what's his name? Stephen Fry is a classic example, isn't he? A classic muffin.
Yes.
Like he'd be good. You, but you're not a celebrity. Not yet. We're working on it. All right, next question, please.
Anonymity. I would prefer to be anonymous.
You prefer to be anonymous, he says, showing up on the screen here. I mean...
Are you ready for question 7?
I am.
You are.
Yeah.
I'd like to know which term for the origin of the universe was coined by the astrophysicist Sir Fred Hoyle. What term did Sir Fred Hoyle coin for the origin of the universe?
Fred Hoyle.
Good
old Hoyle. Freddie Hoyle.
Sir Fred. I have their answer.
The Big Bang.
The Big Bang, yes. We won't talk television here, but I enjoy that series very much.
You enjoy
until
the Big Bang
it got into its sort of later stages when it had to branch out and try to make money and things like that. But originally very good.
We can't all be perfect. Some of us have to like the Big Bang Theory.
I studied physics. I studied physics and astronomy.
I know. I'm joking. It's a good show.
Institute of Technology for far too many years before I swapped to literature.
Yeah.
And those people are real. They weren't lampooning characters. Those were real because I lived with them and studied with them for years. Yes.
Hey, here's a twist. You are one of those people. You realize that, right? You are probably the nerdiest of all of them.
No. Did have fun. Question number 8. Okay, you're one behind. It's 6 points to 5, and it's question number 8. A Radio Times poll has found what to be the biggest irritation for cinema goers? Multiple guess. I'll give you 3 answers. One of them is correct. A Radio Times poll has found what to be the biggest irritation for cinema goers? Is it talking, using phones, or having your seat kicked? The British public. What don't they like?
Well, I was surprised because I thought...
I have their answer.
I thought there was going to be Michael Bay movies was going to be one of the options, but he had nothing to do with Bad Boys 3, and it was fine. So I'm gonna say talking. It's the worst. It is. People on their phones, you can sort of just scowl at them like that, but talking in the movies, oh gosh, nothing worse.
You say talking. the chatters actually said phones. The answer is having your seat kicked. People do not like having constant adjustments being made by the person behind them.
Who were these people answering these questions?
I don't know. The same people who read and respond to Radio Times polls, I suppose. Yeah. Okay.
No.
But yes. So no movement in the numbers there. It's still 5 points to 6. You're one behind.
So close.
And it's very
I can
close.
still win.
Two questions remain.
They have to get both wrong and I have to get both right, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Question number 9 is simple 50-50. It's true or false. I'm going to read you out a statement, okay? And if you agree with it, then you write down the entire word true. If you disagree with it, or any aspect of it, you write down the entire word false, okay? Simple 50-50, true or false. Here's your statement. Kate Bush only ever had one #1 single in the UK charts. True or false? Kate Bush only ever had one #1 single in the UK charts. True or false?
It's a nice quiet moment.
I now have their answer.
Took them a while. Have they all gone? Have they all left?
Well, the first two were different answers, so I had to wait for the third.
I think it's true. I think Wuthering Heights was her one and only #1.
And you're absolutely correct. It was her only #1, Wuthering Heights. They started off with a false,
Great song.
then went with a true, and they also got it correct. The third one was a... Okay. So they're still ahead. It is now the
We could
7
draw.
points to 6. And both of you have scored, all of you have scored far more than you did yesterday already.
Yeah, well
and
done.
we're ready for our final question today.
Yes,
okay?
we're very ready. I'm always ready.
It's a 50-50 again. I love 50-50s. Again, no resorting. No, yeah, you'll have a result eventually. But no resorting to any other means other than your head. I'd like to know who is the younger. Television chef Heston Blumenthal or television chef Gordon Ramsay? Who is the younger of the two? Television chef Heston Blumenthal or television chef Gordon Ramsay?
Honestly,
We want the, please.
if I get this wrong, I'm gonna jump out of the window.
I have their answer.
I am on the ground floor though, so it's okay. But I'm just gonna do that.
Thud.
Heston's got to be younger.
Heston's got to be younger.
Absolutely.
And that's your answer.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you right now that they're both 53 years of age.
No way.
And only 5.5 months separate them. They said Heston as well, and you're all wrong. It's Gordon Ramsay.
No chance.
He's younger
Gordon
by 5.5.
Ramsay. One of those men is looking after themselves. The other man, not so much. You decide which one. But all I'm saying is that Heston Blumenthal looks so good. He looks like he's about 19 years old. He's got the smooth skin of a 9-month-old baby.
Well, maybe it's the fact that he's bald.
Maybe.
I mean, if he had hair, perhaps it would be unkempt and sort of wispy or something. I don't know. But certainly, it does look as if Gordon Ramsay has lived in that face. Yes. At least for a little while. Possibly longer than Heston.
I was trying to stay on the positive side of being like, look how good Heston Blumenthal was, and you were all like, yeah, Gordon Ramsay looks like one of those puppies with all the folds. I mean, you didn't say
I didn't
that.
say that was,
But he does look like that. I mean, that's
it. Yeah,
can't
only about 5.5 months. A little over 5.5 months separate the two. One, I think Heston was born in one of them was born in November, one born in, earlier.
I think it's a conspiracy. I think it's a conspiracy theory. Should we do a round all about conspiracy theories? That'd be fun.
Can you have your date of birth changed by
legally?
default? Your name changed. Can you have your date of birth?
I don't think so.
I mean, today I feel much older. Today I feel much younger.
Look. No, moving on very quickly. moving on to the next question. Next question, or are we done?
We are done. And, well, put it this way. You lost today by only 1 point. You're narrowing the gap, but the chatters are still victorious with a fantastic 7 points to your 6.
Well done, everybody. I'm very, very pleased for you all. You had a great show this week. That's 4 victories to you, 0 to me. Hi, everyone. I can see you back in the chat again. Thank you so much, WNL. One thing that you didn't do today is we've got 2 more things that we have to do, is Fact of the Day, and also then pick to Monday's quiz. Because, as I said, and I'd love to know as well what everybody in the... Well done, yes, you are the champions. What everyone in the chat is getting up to this weekend as well. Just because, how are you keeping yourselves busy? I've got lots of video games that I'm going to be playing, and Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal, Fallout 76, like just getting on with games and stuff. And so yeah, let me know what are you guys up to in the chat. We'll be back on Monday. As we mentioned at the very beginning of this, we are trying to be just to create a little bit more sense of sort of order to the week. So in the weekdays, we'll be there at midday, and then the weekends, like, it gives us a little break and gives us something to look forward to on Monday as well. AC and Doom for me, suggested D. I'm meeting up with a friend and going for a walk, but keeping our regulation distance apart. That's good, Osric. That is good. I would suggest staying indoors. That's all I'm saying. And of course, follow the guidelines, which are to. But that's all I'm saying. But absolutely, look after yourself. Going to attempt to do some food shopping. That sounds wild. It sounds entertaining, fun. Talking of conspiracies now. I'm not going there. All right. So what about you, WNL? How are you keeping busy?
Just nonstop. Reading books, trying to come up with a quiz on a daily basis that actually, will suit you all.
Yeah.
Or as we say in America, y'all.
Yeah.
Things like that. Hey, I've got so much more gardening to do that, by the end of this, who needs a gym? I have a garden.
Exactly right. Osric says it's my hour's exercise. Very fair. Mike J. Moran says I'm going to stare into the abyss. Oh, come and join me. We can both stare in the abyss together. It'll be really fun. Okay. Do
you want today's fact?
Yes, absolutely. And
we do have a fact, and I think it's quite momentous, actually. I'm going to put it in the form of a question. Okay, so everybody just, think about it. 9-year-old actress, voice actress, Emily B. Smith, has described her new role as a dream come true. What is that role? A 9-year-old voice actress, Emily B. Smith, has described her new role as a dream come true. What is that role?
Interesting. Doctor Who, says Sinead Rynell. I don't know. Did we win against the Raw? Yes, I can confirm you won. Darth Vader, as says Thomas Sorensen. I don't think it's Darth Vader. Is it Peppa Pig or something like that?
It is Peppa Pig, yes. But I was saddened because she's the 4th voice to do Peppa Pig. Now that sort of destroys Peppa Pig for me. 4 different people have been Peppa. I know we don't want Peppa Pig to eventually evolve into Sylvester Stallone or some sort of Rambo,
Peppa Pig will age and just like, well, no, that's. I don't know what we were both trying to do there.
You talking to me?
That's not bad. You talking to me is also Robert De Niro. What happened there was I did Arnold Schwarzenegger and you did Robert De Niro doing an impression.
I've done Sylvester Stallone, nor will I.
It was Sylvester Stallone doing an impression of Robert De Niro. Thud. This is very good. By the way, before everyone goes,
Robert De Niro played, fantastic boxer.
I very much enjoy the Raging Bull. Yes.
Yeah.
We should do a film round at some point. Also, right, everybody, before we go, hands up in the chat who was here yesterday, because my friend Whiskey Chaser, who might be in chat, spoke to me the following day, yesterday evening, and he was like, I've got a bit of a pedantic thing, and quizzes aren't quizzes without pedants coming back at us saying, well, actually, that's not entirely true. Did you know that there are more than 4 Teletubbies? There are now, I believe, 8 Teletubbies, And
Do they all crowd on the screen at the same time?
I don't know. They're called the Telly Babies, so you're still kind of right.
Okay.
Telly
I should have said the
Babies.
original Teletubbies, yes.
Oh, Teletubbies.
Featured. Originally, the Teletubbies featured how many? Yeah.
Would you like to know the names of them?
Yes, please.
About Teletubbies. This is from the site us.teletubbies.com. Dipsy, Lala, Po, well, we know Nunu, we know the Sun Baby, we know the Tubby Custard, right? This is not... I can't find the list. Is anyone able to find the list of the Telly Babies?
I think it's best sort of...
Left alone, do you think?
I like it. I like the fact that there are always more than you think there are.
Oh, sorry. They're not called... They're called the Tiddly Tubbies. They're called the Tiddly Tubbies. And they are Dada, Mimi, Ping, Bar, Ruru, Dougal, Nin, Umby Pumby. I'm not making this up. You can make up as many names as you want. There is
Umby Pumby is my favorite. Ping is number 2.
Yeah, there is no other information available about the relationship between the 4 Teletubbies and the 8 Tiddlytubbies. So they might not be related. They might be a different species of creature.
I mean, could you imagine, Teletubbies reproducing?
Yeah.
No. Like I said.
Yeah. Mike Moran says Ed's going to go on a list now because of his Google searches. Yeah, Saffron, Bar, Umby Pumby, Ping, Dada, Nin, Mimi and Duggledy. And Trumpy Dumpy, and Flooby, and Flop Flop, and Pal Pal, and Goopa Bubbles, and Schlublup, and any more? Lighthouse, everyone's favourite Teletubby, Lighthouse. Okay, that's enough of that. Thank you, everybody. Let's pick a round in the chat. What do we want Monday's quiz to be all about? Do you have any ideas, WNL?
I'm at your disposal.
All right, well, let's just wait in silence. Lewis FM says El Hacharino.
Bird species of the UK. Comic books.
Comic books. Good one. Bird species of the UK.
All about the state of Ohio.
Ooh. I think it's a bit too... I reckon we do that on quiz like week 3. Because I feel like that might be a little too specific for now. David Attenborough TV series.
Someone mentioned yesterday the animal world.
Fun facts. Animal World's a good one. Fun fact. Just one fun fact. That's the quiz. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. Ed was the baby on Teletubbies. That's the fact from Mike Moran there. Thanks, Mike. African animals.
Hey, hang on. There's a horse going down my road.
Okay, everyone stop. There's a horse going down the road.
Just went down my road.
Cabin fever. The quiz. That's right, Gandalf Lundgren. African animals. Stops. Smiling faces. I think the animal world seems like a good suggestion so far, right?
We'll go with animals for Monday.
Yeah. Tea or Biscuits history's a good one. Hammer time. Horses. It's a good suggestion. So the animal world, I think, is probably a good shout. All right, that'll be on Monday. It's all about the animal world. So everybody, please do look after yourselves this weekend. WNL, please look after yourself this weekend. Everyone in the chat, please, a round of applause for WNL and his time. It's really great that you're coming on and doing this for us. Because not only are you retired, but also now you are forced to stay in your house. So it's really, you're making a lot of effort to do this for us, aren't you, at this point? Oh, it must be so hard for you to walk upstairs and load up your laptop. It must be really difficult. But seriously, I do enjoy this. It's a lot of fun.
It wouldn't have been good unless you got to dig in. Yes, that's yes, absolutely.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm very sorry.
I sometimes challenge myself by covering one eye while I do it.
Okay. I'm joking. I'm really grateful. Thank you, and have a great weekend, everyone. And yep.
And son, call me.
Does this not count? Is this not good enough? You want more from me? Oh, all right. I suppose I will.
Yes.
All right. I'll call you tomorrow. I promise. All right.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Hey.
Oh. Go on.
I was just going to say goodbye to everyone.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Goodbye and have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday. And remember, well, first of all, you're all the best. And also, this screen coming up It says starting soon on the screen, but actually I just haven't updated the screen yet. The live stream is not starting soon, it is actually finishing. So thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye!
Riding horses.
What's happening?
I don't know. Somebody out exercising the horse.
There's a horse and it's going back past your house.
Yeah.
Good.